It's the show after the show
with AJ, Mimok, producer Butters, and Ajay.
Woohoo!
So, like, I know it's Monday, right? And I think Monday channel's a little bit. Monday channel's the same kind of energy as Friday, just Friday's more chaotic because you're at the end of the week. So I didn't see your hands, and I was like, it's going to be real hard for you to say that if you don't have the microphone in your hands. And then you just pulled it up. My brain is like, huh? She probably has it, buddy.
Sounds like Monday.
Magic.
funny.
I was blown away. That trick just totally stumped me.
Now you see it?
Magic
No, you
Mike,
don't.
and not in the right way.
Okay. Easy.
Not the
family
actual
friendly-
match.
I think you
After
need
show
coffee,
here.
sir.
Right? So I'm operating off Monday energy. Producer Butters is 100% operating off Friday energy
Yeah,
right
absolute
now.
Friday.
I am.
Good for you.
He is uncontrolled chaos over there.
I'm great. I feel good.
Yeah, we know.
That's that Friday feeling. It's
No.
chaos, but it's like the end of the week, so you don't care. That's what contributes to Friday.
Who said I didn't care?
I had heard that. I had heard that you
Wait.
didn't give an F. That's what I had heard.
Does he give an F? He doesn't give an F.
That's what I had heard.
I'm pretty sure.
And then
that,
these Mima and Ajay are somewhere in the middle. They're on Tuesday, Wednesday vibes.
Listen, I'm just excited for lunch. I get to go to my favorite place,
Which is
Chick of the Filet.
I'm going
that's
to Neaters
partially
for
my
lunch.
fault.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Okay. So Ajay and I had this conversation this morning, and I expect the both of you to contribute. The question, there's two-part question. The first one was, how did you realize you were getting old? Injury-wise, in terms of injuries. Because
When my back started hurting and I couldn't function for a really long time, I was getting old.
I think he takes the gold on this one.
Then you get back surgery and it still kind
It's
of
so
hurts.
funny.
You can't
it's
stretch.
It's not, but you weren't around before he got the surgery because we used to give him so much crap about how slow he had to walk.
Oh.
It was weird. I walked like sideways and
Yeah.
You walk sideways?
you were here.
He didn't
Can
pay
you?
attention to
I don't remember this.
He's like, screw that guy.
Can you
Hope
stand?
he dies.
Because, like, Producer Butters puts his wallet in his desk. And so, like, when you go out, he's got to get it, right? And so we used to have this thing, like, remember that time that took Producer Butters forever to get his wallet? You mean all of the time?
It's because we used to go out to eat every day,
Yeah, we did.
and I didn't drive, so I was back here, and I'd have to walk all the way up front and then walk all the way back. And I was like, just meet me out front.
Oh, I felt so bad.
I mean, that would have been the smart thing to do.
And then it took me, a few minutes to get into the car because, my back hurt.
I schedule an Uber to get you to the front of the building.
I felt bad. It's actually the same joke. Ashley's younger than me, but she tore a muscle in her back a couple years ago and was like down for the count for like a week. And so because of that, her back didn't recover the same way. So like she'll just have bad back days. And so like my birthday's coming up and I'm 4 years older than her. So she'll be like, oh my gosh, you're so old. And I'm like, I'm not the one with a broke back. So I don't know what you're talking about old over here.
So that's where the term broke back
Producer
producer
Butters.
butters came through.
Yeah, see, it's a thinker because you thought it'd be a different way, but that's not what it is. It's a play on words. It's clever. Anyway, so but I realized it because if I sit too long cross-legged, my knees are just like, all right, bro, we're done. I hope you're not expecting to stand up right away.
It's not my knees. It's always my back.
You're back. Well, I mean,
if I sit down for way too long.
you've given us quite a detailed explanation as to why that would be the case. I think you're justified. I think
Yeah.
you're in the clear on that
Oh,
one.
okay.
Hey, are you getting old if your rear end cheeks get sore pretty quickly just sitting?
I want to say yes.
Yeah, no, because it really I'll sit on the plane forever, I'll sit on a bus forever, or here forever, and I'm just like, man, my rear end cheeks are sore. I must be getting old.
I want to say yes. Like I made a TikTok video about how like in college, like I could get hammered and pass out anywhere, and I'd wake up fine the next day because I was indestructible. But
Okay,
like,
wait, what? How in the world?
no, because it'll make sense. Hold on. But then remember that one day I slept on my arm weird, and I came in here I couldn't lift my arm above this, like, and that was all I did. So my answer is yes. Your body gets more particular about stuff like that. Because when you're younger, you're indestructible. You can do whatever. Like I could sleep in a bathtub and I'd wake up the next day and it'd be fine. Sleep in a bathtub now, I'm going to be in traction.
It's true. I pulled an all-nighter in high school and still was able to hit a home run. Now I can't even function if I don't sleep.
Hey, see, and
That's
I
weird.
mentioned that today. Like I have to be in bed by 9:30. I used to be able to stay up till 11, 12 o'clock, get up at 6, 7, and be great.
See, you're
Now, if
you-
I don't go to bed by 9, 9:30, I'm exhausted by.
But I don't know. You must be a morning person then.
Yeah, because my energy spurts come at night. Like,
As soon as
the
9 o'clock
morning-
comes around, I am like, all
This-
right, second win,
Yeah,
let's go.
I'm still a night owl.
Really?
Yep.
yeah, this is why I have to have coffee because I am not a morning person at all.
I hate mornings.
My dogs hate it too because they're like, we want to go to bed. And I'm like, well, too bad.
Go to sleep then.
The door is open.
Yeah.
Get a job and get your own apartment. Not a problem anymore, is it?
Yeah, kids.
Jeez.
Like, okay, so one of the ways, and this is not surprising because a lot of people, but when I went home for Christmas, my brother and I spent time with used to be our former stepdad, but we have a good relationship because he's our sister's father still. And so we went with him, and we knew we were in store for a drinking evening. But we, I think, in wanting to hang out, kind of went a little too hard. And this is a sign to me, like, 'cause usually you can skip over steps as you drink, but sometimes it's pretty gradual. But like, I had to ask the next day, I was like, what happened to the last like 3 hours? Because like I was cognizant, I was out of it. I was cognizant, and then gone. And then
Look,
just the lights went out.
It happens to the best of us.
Believe me, I've been there before.
But that
like,
next day
it
hits
snuck
real
up.
hard.
Oh, it was awful. Oh, I went upstairs and I was like, I should probably drink some water. I drank water and the stomach was like, nope, bro,
yep.
we're going outside.
Yes.
I wanted to die. I was supposed to have dinner that night with my parents. And I went home and I texted them like, I'm going to be over, but for like half an hour because I legitimately feel like death.
Do you ever
That
get
hangover was real.
Do you ever get like the shakes after? Like you're cold but you're like shaky? I don't know. I hate it.
I have not.
I don't like
My
it.
my body, I felt like I got hit by a truck the next day. Like I
I
just
mean,
hurt.
there's that, but also, yeah.
I did not get the shakes.
So, I don't know, Mima, what about you? How was your day going? I can't really relate to this conversation. though.
Really? Because I have.
Okay, son
I
of a...
can't. I mean,
Alright.
it wasn't too long ago that I was
Alright.
like,
I can't do this
I felt like I was gonna die.
Where you had to get a driver, and I don't want to say the names, but the driver to take you home.
yes, it was.
It was rough. Okay.
It was
okay.
funny because I got there and they're like, "Oh, there's drinks," and I was like, "I'm driving. Next thing you know, I'm like, "I'm not driving."
I'm hammered.
I've only had this issue once in my life, and it was accidental. I went to a restaurant and I ordered it says wild strawberry lemonade. It's a lemonade for heck's sakes.
The Wild should have given it away.
No, I didn't know that though. I
Yeah.
honestly had no idea.
Hard
And
is
that-
usually the key indicator.
And I've
word.
never.
the
And I've-
restaurants
I'm,
like
I'm
to
pretty
play it.
sure. I'm pretty sure this was the Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
That's
It
not
was.
here. Not the Utah,
Not-
but the other state.
Yeah, correct.
Took me a minute.
Hey,
I was like,
wait!
what are you
I should probably
talking
save this
about?
story for one of our morning shows, huh?
Either way, I mean, we can do both.
Okay.
You can tell the story. Mima hasn't heard it.
All right. Well, me, Mom, tune into VFX here this week, and you'll find out how I experienced my first. What do you call that? Hangover.
I don't know. For you, I think
am
it was
so
drunk
excited to
high.
hear.
You're not going to believe how wild child I went after
I believe it.
Now
I
you're-
believe
now
it.
and you're
building
going to be
it up.
even more
You
shocked
better deliver.
how many drinks it took me.
One.
You'll find out coming up on VFX at sometime this week.
So to finish the story, the worst thing in the world was the next day. My stepdad, somebody bought him a nice bottle of whiskey, which is what we were drinking, and he goes, "You want some?" And my brother and I went,
Yeah, let's hold off on that for a minute. Of course, if you did take a few drinks when you got up, it probably kind of smoothed the hangover.
I have a story
little
about
bit.
that too. One week in college, we decided we were going to just drink the entire week. We were never going to be hungover if we constantly drank.
Uh-huh.
By day 4, I was like, if a bus hits me, it's doing me a favor right now. Please let it happen.
Well, you're not supposed to continue for days, but
I
Just supposed
look,
to have one cold beer.
idiots, I tell you. Enough of that.
never had a desire to do that. So.
Never again. This is a dumb idea. It was dumb in concept, but then it was like, oh, we're gonna be men and stupid. So along the other lines of being old, the other question was, what was something you used to be able to do that you can't do anymore?
I can't
Bend
do
over.
any of the like gymnastic things that I used to be able to do.
Okay, see, that's mine. My fun fact forever in late high school and college was I used to be able to put both legs behind my head. I dare not try it now. I'll throw out my back. I know I will.
Yeah. I can do a cartwheel and a round off, but don't ask me to do anything else because I'll be like,
I guess mine kind of goes along with hers. Like if I tried to bend over and tie my shoes, that's probably not happening. I got to bring the shoes up to me.
Do you? Okay, so
Could you imagine Kyle's like legs sticking in the air? He's laying on his back.
No, I'm serious. That's how I have to put my socks on too.
Help!
I
okay,
sit on the bed and I pull them up. All right, let's do this.
so your question earlier about your butt getting tired. Did anybody else get more choosy about beds? Like in hotels, right? It used to never bother me, but now, like, if, for instance, when we were in Vegas, that bed was fine. I
Yeah.
couldn't sleep on it. I
Really?
slept terrible those days we were
Oh,
down
man,
there.
I was out.
Maybe I'm just used to the luxury, but I've never had a great bed in a hotel, ever.
I've had a couple of nights.
I mean, you're
rough
talking
nights
to
in
a
hotel.
girl that has literally slept in her car and slept lovely. So no, I'm still not picky about
Used
beds.
to be able to do that.
Yeah,
No,
I
I still
I'm
did
not
it. I
really
did
one.
it
I don't
2 years
have-
ago.
Yeah, I don't have too
in
many
the
issues with
Texas
beds.
freeze.
Yeah.
Pass.
No, last year, 1 year, 1 year ago, 1 year ago.
Look, you think you're better than us. I got it.
I didn't say
I
that.
understand.
I'm just.
That's
saying.
what I
heard
heard.
it.
I heard
Oh
it.
my gosh. I
Look,
did
you
get picky.
pansies.
I did get picky about pillows, though. I have to have my
Okay.
pillows.
See, Ashley's now that way because so for the longest time I was a one pillow person. And then she was a 2-pillow person, and then I was like, "No, I need a second pillow." Now she's a 3-pillow person,
Look,
and I'm a 2-pillow person.
I have the flattest pillow ever, and I love it.
I see. I used to
have
be like that.
I have to have the flat pillow. I can't stand the pillow coming up past your ears as you're
Looks like you're
down.
sleeping while staring at your toes.
That too. Wake up, my neck's broken. Feel like it's broken, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I just need to try it.
I used to be a flat pillow guy. I'm not anymore. I'm not. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not like super fluffy pillows. I'm just not flat.
I mean,
pillows
this is
anymore.
the same pillow that I've been using since I was like, I don't know, a teenager. So
Yeah, you might want to
change it
upgrade
there.
that.
Yeah, you might want to
I
upgrade.
would
Nah,
definitely suggest
I like
that.
it.
Or at least wash it.
No, it
That's
keeps,
got to be good for. It's got to be good for his
listen.
back, right?
Listen, I wash it.
Listen.
Listen.
I wash it.
You have to say it
but
right. You have to go, listen.
listen here, Linda.
Ah, yes.
Ajay, any magical abilities or special things you used to be able to do you can't anymore?
Yeah, cartwheels, front flips where I could land on my feet. Summer. Well, I actually can still do a somersault pretty well.
You know,
Good.
do you know what I'm afraid of? Is getting on a trampoline.
Dude, I don't know if my knees could do it anymore.
I've seen enough of
I'm
those
pretty
videos
sure I
where
tear my
somebody like
ACL.
grasshoppers.
Yeah,
I mean, I loved it growing up, but
yeah, me too. I don't think I could get away with it
I
anymore.
wonder if I'd break my back again. No.
It's possible.
I'm suing.
I almost dislocated my knee.
Oh.
Or it felt like.
Well, you
Ooh,
can.
last
Like, it's
time.
so easy. I mean, it's not hard on a trampoline. If you land wrong, come on down on your feet. Yeah.
I mean,
it's fine.
sometimes I get out of bed wrong and hurt.
That's what I'm saying. Like I threw out my shoulder that one day sleeping incorrectly. Like that's all it took. I slept like this, and then my next day my shoulder was like, nope, and I couldn't lift it to past this point. This is as high as I
So-
could get it.
I work in an adventure park, right? We have this wall climb, and I'm supposed to teach these kids how to properly harness up and then get yourself up the wall. I get up about 3 rocks, and I just like, just feel my body just stiffen up, and I just like slip down the wall, like just scraping it as I'm going down.
So
I get like, all right, kids, that's how you do it. You just gotta climb up the wall there. I'm just gonna go ahead and unharness.
I'm trying to make this sound.
But you just hear.
we need the firefighter out at Bridgeland Adventure Park, please.
Hey! Somebody grab me a Diet Coke!
So the funny thing is, speaking of that, you and I talked about this a little bit. I don't remember what the specific topic was, but I think it was things that just make you uncomfortable now that didn't used to. And you and I were in the same boat. So I think you were heights, but I wouldn't define myself
Oh,
as
yeah.
claustrophobic.
Yeah.
But the older I get, the more being in smaller spaces bugs me.
See, and I agree.
Yeah.
Heights got me a
Yeah.
little bit more now.
Yeah, so he was heights. Doesn't bother me as much.
I'm heights too now.
But the older I get, the more more so it's crowded. Like if I was in a small room, I think it would be okay. But the more so you put me into a tight space with people, I'm like, I'm gonna start swinging. I'm gonna start. You better get out of here.
That's always been me though. Like I cannot be in a place where there's a lot of people because I just feel like I'm gonna.
It didn't used to
I
bother
think
me,
it's
but
like
now,
an anxiety
oh, yeah,
thing.
for sure. But now I feel like like I said, like a werewolf. Like I'm gonna transform and I'm just gonna punch people. I'm not gonna see anything.
Yeah, I don't think that I could ever do like a basement apartment ever, or just live out of a
could.
basement.
No.
I gotta have windows. I gotta be like, I don't know. I gotta feel like I
Decent
gotta,
natural light.
yeah,
Well,
gotta have that.
my apartment only has one window.
Yeah, but you gotta.
That's why you're so tired each morning. You
It's
don't
a-
see enough sunlight.
No. The upstairs has windows, but the downstairs
Oh.
doesn't. It just has the.
Yeah, it has a
sliding
sliding
door.
glass door, but I mean that's still the same kind of thing.
It's a portal to outside.
Yes,
Yes, it is.
That's what.
it brings in the natural light of the sun.
The funny thing is, I'm 100% with you, but also the older I get, the more I want blackout curtains for every window because when I want to go to bed, I don't want any light.
I can't say about that for me, but
Same.
Listen here, Brokeback.
I gotta have a little
Wow.
bit of light. Listen
my
here,
gosh.
listen here, FF.
I don't know what that means. It
Listen.
sounds bad.
Yeah, it
sounds
does
bad.
not sound great.
I will never
one more
repeat that
thing
again.
I've noticed is I grew up being a goalie, right? So
Right.
catching balls, get soccer balls, and then
I don't think
jamming
you
my
really had to
finger,
correct yourself. I think we all got you there the first time.
jammed fingers and all that.
Mm.
A few years ago, somebody threw a dodgeball at me, and I dislocated my finger.
Oh,
It's great fun.
I got a good story about that. So when
Never ever happened before.
when my sisters were in middle school, they both played basketball, and my oldest sister had her growth spurt before a lot of other people. So she was the tallest player, so she played center. So I went to see her game when she was in middle school, and someone deflected a ball, and she jammed her finger. And the way to solve jammed fingers, Ajay would know this above all, is you pull on it, right? You're supposed to unjam it. So the problem is, at this given time, my sister is 13 and I am 26. So my mom tells her, I try to go pull on it. My sister freaks out because it hurts. And my mom says, no, let him pull it. So I pull it. And for like the next week, my sister complains to my mom, like, my finger hurts. But apparently, according to my mom, my sister's one of those cried wolf people. So my mom's like, it's fine. So finally, my mom gets tired of it, takes her to the doctor, broken finger. I pulled her knuckle out.
Oh
Yeah, I
no!
would do it.
Whoops.
You know what's crazy is that I can still take a soccer ball to the face with no,
Same.
I honestly, I can still take one to the face and have no
You, of course,
repercussion
experienced
physically.
this recently, right? You were like, let's do it.
No,
bam!
I took a basketball to the face and I was like, that didn't even hurt. I'm like, oh my gosh, I still have it. I can take I take a soccer
yeah.
ball to the face, take a basketball to the face, take a dodgeball to the face.
I don't think I've ever
No
taken
pain,
a
no
basketball to
gain.
the face, but
Sounds like it would hurt.
Right in the nose. I think it's the adrenaline of the situation. I think that's what it is.
and the funny thing is when I dislocated my finger, like as soon as it happened, I knew I was like, it's broken, and then I looked at it and it looked like a Z. And I was like,
Oh,
Yep.
dude, have you ever seen the video? Have you ever seen the video of Kobe Bryant when he dislocates his finger, jogs to the sideline, and he tells the trainer, just pop it back in, and there's these three people sitting right there, and they can see what the finger looks like, and then he just goes, and he kind of like, and I guess the trainer had asked him, he goes, hey, what's the next play? And he goes, and you hear Bryant just scream out something, and then he just goes back on the court, and he's like, all right, let's play. Dude, those kind of people, I'm like,
I can't do those.
It was half the FF.
I think if it was in the middle of like a championship game, I probably would have been able to go back in.
yeah.
But since it was just recreational and we were just having fun, I was like, I'm
You're like,
done.
no,
It's
I'm
broken.
done.
I'm done.
Hey, tape it up.
I'm dying.
There's a
You lay on the
pre-basket-
ground, you call for CPR, whatever you got to do.
Well,
that's soccer in general.
I did end up in the ER because, missionaries, we get sent to the ER for everything. And yeah, I got it popped back in.
It doesn't
but
look zigzaggy from over here.
It doesn't, but it still hurts.
Yeah, my fingers
Every now and then.
I could tell when it's going to rain. My knuckles hurt.
My ankles.
Same with my back.
I was joking, but I'm glad
My
to hear it.
ankles are the worst. I sprained both my ankles.
Producer
at the
Butters
same
has your
time.
back feeling
The
today.
worst.
it's okay. Yesterday was a little
I
rough.
say the weather's not great this week.
I was gonna say.
It should be off
Yeah.
the charts.
Yes.
I think your back lost its weather forecasting powers.
I think it happens before it rains. So, like he said, yesterday was worse than today.
Oh.
Because I'm the same way with my ankles.
Well, you couldn't have texted me. Hey, by the way, my back hurts. Give me a
I'll
heads
just send
up.
you the weather
Yeah,
forecast.
please. Please,
So
thank you.
Your next weather forecast is going to be like, well, producer Bart is back. It's not feeling great. It's about 30%, which means our weather is going to be about 30% as
broke-
well, everybody.
The broke back forecast.
Oh,
All
my
right.
heck.
Yes!
Before we get called
Dude.
into an HR meeting,
Yeah.
this has been the show.
After the show!